The 94th minute goals that broke Europe's heart. There is something cruel about stoppage time in Europe. For 93 minutes, hope builds carefully. Fans calculate outcomes. Coaches plan celebrations. Commentators prepare closing lines. And then football reminds everyone. Nothing is finished until it is finished. Across Champions League history, the 94th minute has delivered some of the most dramatic, painful, unforgettable moments ever witnessed. Goals that didn't just win games. Goals that destroyed certainty. Let's relive the nights when Europe's loudest stadiums went from ecstasy to devastation in seconds. 92-48 The goal that refused to let a final end. 2014 Champions League Final. Real Madrid CF vs Atletico Madrid. Location: Lisbon. It wasn't technically 94-0-0. It was 92-48. But it felt like 94. Atletico Madrid were seconds away from the greatest achievement in their modern history. They had defended heroically. They had absorbed wave after wave of pressure. The red and white half of the stadium was already crying. Then Luka Modric delivered a corner. Sergio Ramos rose. Header. Goal. The clock read 92-48. Atletico hearts shattered. Madrid equalized. Extra time followed. Madrid won 4-1. That header didn't just change a final. It broke belief. For Atletico fans, it remains a wound that never fully healed. For Madrid, it became La Decima, the long-awaited 10th European title. One goal, one timestamp, one heartbreak that echoed across Europe. 2. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 1999 stoppage time theft. 1999 Champions League Final. Manchester United vs FC Bayern Munich. Location: Barcelona. Bayern Munich were seconds away from lifting the trophy. They had led since the 6th minute. Their fans were celebrating prematurely. Scarves raised. Players on the bench already believing. Then, in stoppage time, 90+1, Teddy Sheringham equalizes. Shock. 90+3, corner again. Ball flicked. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stretches a boot. Goal. The clock nearly hit 94. Pandemonium. Bayern players collapsed on the turf. One of the most dramatic comebacks in football history. The 94th minute didn't just break hearts. It rewrote history. 3. Iniesta at Stamford Bridge, the away goal that silenced London. 2009 semi-final. Chelsea FC vs FC Barcelona. Chelsea led late. They had defended relentlessly. The stadium was vibrating with anticipation. Then, in the dying seconds, the ball fell to Andres Iniesta outside the box. He struck. Top corner. 94th minute. Away goal. Chelsea players surrounded the referee in disbelief. Fans stood frozen. Barcelona advanced. It wasn't just a goal. It was devastation delivered in one clean strike. IV. Lucas Moura's miracle in Amsterdam. 2019 semi-final. Ajax Amsterdam vs Tottenham Hotspur. Location: Amsterdam. Ajax had played beautiful football all season. They were seconds away from the final. Tottenham needed a miracle. Lucas Moura had already scored twice. Then came the final attack. Ball scrambled in the box. Shot low into the corner. 94th minute. Hat-trick. Aggregate victory. Ajax players collapsed in disbelief. Tottenham celebrated the impossible. Amsterdam fell silent. In 60 seconds, dreams vanished. V. Drogba's redemption, not 94th, but same cruelty. Sometimes heartbreak comes close to 94. In 2012, during the final between Chelsea FC and FC Bayern Munich, Bayern scored late and believed the trophy was theirs. Then Didier Drogba equalized in the 88th minute. Not 94, but close enough to crush certainty. Extra time. Penalties. Chelsea won. For Bayern fans in Munich, heartbreak lingered for years. Why the 94th minute hurts more. Early goals allow recovery. Mid-game goals allow adjustment. 94th minute goals allow nothing. There's no response. No reset. No second chance. They are emotional ambushes. Fans invest 90 minutes of belief. The 94th minute steals it. The psychology of almost. Psychologists call it loss aversion. The pain of losing something almost secured is stronger than the joy of gaining it unexpectedly. That's why 94th minute goals feel crueler than ordinary defeats. You weren't just beaten. You were almost victorious. And then it disappeared. The role of fatigue. In the 94th minute, defenders are exhausted. Concentration fades. Marking becomes loose. Decision-making slows. One lapse. One missed clearance. One misjudged header. And history changes. Why Europe amplifies it. The Champions League isn't just a tournament. It's legacy. Clubs measure eras by European nights. When heartbreak arrives in the 94th minute on this stage, it isn't temporary. It becomes folklore. Atletico fans still remember 92-48. Bayern fans remember 1999. Ajax fans remember 2019. Chelsea fans remember 2009. These are not just matches. They are emotional landmarks. The sound of silence. What does a broken stadium sound like? It sounds like nothing. The roar collapses. The singing stops mid-lyric. The only audible noise is the away team celebrating. That silence is louder than any chant. It's disbelief echoing through concrete and steel. Heroes and villains. For one club, the 94th minute creates immortality. For another, it creates trauma. Sergio Ramos became a legend. Solskjaer became eternal. Iniesta became iconic. Lucas Moura became unforgettable. But for the opposing fans, pain. Pure, unforgettable pain. The cruel beauty of football. Why do we love a sport this cruel? Because unpredictability is addictive. Because hope is fragile. Because the 94th minute reminds us that certainty is an illusion. Football compresses life into 90 minutes. Joy, despair, triumph, loss, and sometimes all of it happens in a single second. The modern era and added time. With longer stoppage times now common, the drama extends even further. But the psychology remains the same. When the board shows +4, fans pray. When it hits 94, hearts race. When the ball hits the net, history shifts. The legacy of broken hearts. Years later, trophies gather dust. But 94th minute heartbreak remains vivid. Ask an Atletico fan about Lisbon. Ask a Bayern supporter about 1999. Ask an Ajax fan about 2019. The memory is immediate, because pain carves deeper than celebration. Final whistle, the minute that defines everything. In European football, the 94th minute isn't just time. It's a test of belief, a test of endurance, a test of fate. Sometimes it crowns heroes, sometimes it breaks hearts, but it never leaves anyone untouched. Because when the clock hits 94, and the ball is still in play, Europe holds its breath. And in that fragile, trembling moment, anything can happen. And sometimes, it does. And that's why the 94th minute will always be the most dangerous minute in football. The minute that broke Europe's heart.